Hey everyone, Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the 4-inch Drop Sniper running boards in textured black, fitting 2019 and newer Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Now these steps are going to appeal to the Silverado owner who's on the hunt for a strong and affordable side step. They have a cool style, a high load capacity, and an affordable price tag, so they make a great addition to any truck, whether it's just one that works hard, plays hard, or just needs to look cool. Now, it's no secret we get a ton of side steps through the door here. They are easily one of the most popular modifications that owners do to their trucks, whether they're planning other modifications down the line or not. And these are some of the cooler options I've seen personally, and I like them for a couple of reasons. First of all, they have a really neat, unique style to them. They're described as a pentagonal shape, so they look a bit different than a typical round or square tube side step. And uniqueness is good. You don't want your truck to look like everyone else's. That's why we're here selling stuff. These also have the benefit of featuring a large step area. They measure about 5 inches in width, about 16.5 inches in length, and they've got a 4-inch drop here from the main bars. So even if you've got heavy-duty steel-toed boots or something on, you're gonna have room and you're gonna have grip. These bars also have a weight capacity of 500 pounds each, so they'll be able to handle pretty much anything you can throw at them, and it makes it very easy to access the cabin or the roof of your truck should you need to do so, even if you need to get a buddy up there to help you with something. Now these are a one-piece bar, as you saw from me picking this up earlier, so the steps don't detach. So that makes them a very solid platform, but they don't drop down too terribly far. So if you do find yourself out on a trail or a rough road somewhere, these aren't gonna take away all of your ground clearance. The main parts of the bars do sit up pretty close to the rockers of the truck as well, so should you happen to catch them on something or get it hit in a parking lot, these are gonna take the brunt of the hit instead of that job being taken up by the body of your truck. Keeping with the theme here, these bars are made using heavy-duty carbon steel for the main tube and step pad, and again, they are fully welded together. Now they're topped off with an E-coating and a black texture powder coat. That's what you see here, so you got a lot of extra protection for that metal. So needless to say, these are very well protected from rust, corrosion, and the elements, meaning that they'll be able to stand up to whatever you can throw at them for quite some time. Pricing is also a highlight, as these are only going to run you about $300, which makes them a really affordable option. Now, while these aren't the big old fancy electronic steps, they're getting a lot for your money here. You've got a lot of extra protection and some great access. I like something simple and clean when it comes to side steps, so if you're like me, these are a great choice for your build. Installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you about 2 hours to complete. Now these are a totally bolt-on installation, and they come with all the hardware and bracketry that you need included in the box. Not much more I can say about it here, so with that, let's hand things over to one of our AT customers, and they'll show you the process.
Okay, the tools I used to install this, I used a trim tool to remove the plugs, flathead screwdriver if I had any issues to get behind the plug. I got a 13mm speed wrench. You can also use just a regular wrench on it, 13mm. I have a ratchet, 13mm socket, and I also used a 6" 3/8 drive extension with it together. Plugs, we're gonna have to remove those 2 plugs. Get my screwdriver up under there so I can get my trim tool in it. Okay, once those plugs are out, then we're going to start with our first bracket. It's going to go on just like this. The long bolts with this block washer and the long flat washer. We're just going to get them started in. I'm not going to tighten them down a bit more than finger tight to start out with. Okay, then we're going to go, we've got multiple holes through here for the instructions. We're going to skip 2, we're going to go to 3 for the next one. And go to our next bracket. Same thing with this one. We'll repeat it for 4 brackets on this side. That one doesn't want to screw up. There's 2 of them in. And again, the bottom one doesn't want to screw in on its own. And then we come down, we're going to skip the 5th one and go to the 6th one down here. And again, nothing more than hand tight. Also, I don't know if you can see it on these, they have a P for the passenger side on the brackets. I'll tell you which side it goes to. Actual running board on, or side step on. And to put this on, you just kind of set it in place, like so. And you use the combo bolts to come with it. You'll have one on the front and one that goes up here in the back. The reason you only finger tight everything is so those brackets, you can move them to line your holes up. Okay, once everything's finger tight on there, you're gonna step back, look and make sure everything's lined up straight on the outside. As you can see, we have it on the outside. It looks like we're pretty lined up and straight to where we want it at. So now we can go ahead and get back underneath of it and tighten it down. So I'm going to start with my speed wrench here. You can use a regular crescent wrench if you want, or you can just use a ratchet in this area. There's a few of these that are a little harder to get to with the ratchet. Get that good snug. Then this one here is the other one that you'll need a speed wrench for, or a regular wrench. My ratchet here for the 2 that go up and down. And we're down to the deck set. Get rid of this extension for this bottom one, make it a little easier right there. Okay, those are all tightened. Third set. Get the ratchet off on this one. 3-inch extension would probably make this just as easy. I just happen to have the 6 handy. I wasn't sure about the step being in the way. Okay. And the last one. Alright, that's the passenger side installed. Now we're going to come over to the driver's side. Same concept. It's a little darker on this side. Sunlight's not in our favor. Remove the first 2 plugs out of the first ones. And 2 nuts, or 2 bolts. See if we can get it started there. There we go. Sometimes they get a little pain on those threads and they don't want to start. Okay, so first, go back to the third on this side. And just figure tight so it can move. Now we're going to come down to 4, which is all the way down here. And these brackets, if you look, they have a D on them for the driver's side. Get everything just finger tight. One more, we're gonna skip 5 and go to 6. Bottom one, taking the one up here on top. Doesn't want to tighten down now. Okay. Things finger tight, ready to go there. So down here. This one started in here. Skip a couple so I can go just secure it on here so it doesn't move on me. Again, everything is just going finger tight. Same process we used for the passenger side, just the opposite side of the truck. Okay, now that everything's finger tight, we'll get out and check the alignment, make sure it's where we want it to be. As you can see, it's pretty much lined up the exact same it was on the passenger side. So now we're going to go under and tighten everything down. Again, the 13mm speed wrench is the easiest way to do these. You could actually do them all with that if you really wanted to. As I demonstrate here. So you could actually install this with 2 tools total if you wanted to. Okay. There are some obstacles, as you can see, make it a little difficult with just the speed wrench, but I can do it that way just to show. Okay. Yeah, when the bolts didn't start in. Okay.
That's going to do it here for our review and install of the 4-inch drop sniper running boards in textured black, fitting 2019 and newer Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Silverado, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.